So Cam Newton has officially been released by the Carolina Panthers. So what does his future hold now? Where will he end up? What is going on, y'all? Fox Sports Talk back at it with another video talking, of course, some NFL. If you are an NFL fan, make sure you go ahead and subscribe to the channel. You won't regret it. Turn on the post notifications. I'm bringing that fire content, not stopping anytime soon. So go ahead and subscribe to the channel. And while you're at it, go ahead and also make sure you turn on the post notifications and follow me on my social media links down below and on the screen for that. So with that being said, let's talk about this situation right now. So I know I'm a little late on this, but better late than never, right? And let me start off by saying this. When the news broke that Cam Newton was released by the Carolina Panthers, I had to go on Twitter and gloat a little bit. By the way, follow me on Twitter, because I have been driving this boat, if you will, saying that Cam Newton is not going to be a guy that I see a lot of teams go ahead and trade for, clamor for. And what ended up happening? Nobody traded for Cam Newton. And I had a bunch of people in my mentions and DMs talking about, Fies, why would you trade for Cam Newton when you can just get him after he's released from the Panthers and not give up any assets? Wrong. If you believe Cam Newton is the guy and that 2015 MVP Cam Newton somewhere in there, oh, you trade for him and you made sure nobody else gets him. But obviously, we saw nobody felt that way, and that's why the Panthers weren't able to find a trading partner, and so they let him go. Heck, they even found a trading partner for Kyle Allen. Okay, Kyle Allen got traded for, I believe, a 5th-round pick, and they couldn't find anything for Cam Newton. Now, I know some of it has to do with this contract, etc. I get that. But here's the thing. With Cam Newton, let me be very clear about my position on Cam Newton. Cam Newton, to me, over the last year or so, really deteriorated to the point where I didn't feel like he was worth it, because there was a lot of talk about even the Bears, should they go after Cam Newton, should they not? And for me, Cam Newton, while I still think, he might have something left in the tank, he still has a lot of the deficiencies that you don't want in a quarterback, which is erratic, inaccurate, injury prone. And so I'm not even talking about any, off the field issues or anything like that, because there's folks out there, in the media, you hear it all the time that Cam Newton's a diva, Cam Newton's this and that. Not even talking about that, the personality, the way he dresses. No, just talking strictly on the football field. I believe Cam Newton is not the same guy or close to the MVP Cam Newton that we think of. Now, the biggest reason for that is health. That injury that he's had, is he fully healthy? And so there's huge question marks around that. And so at this point, I don't believe Cam Newton is worth the risk. But for the right situation and under the right contract, you can make it happen. So if it's a one-year deal, if it's a situation where I feel like Cam Newton can fit right, yeah, it's worth it. But if you were to trade for him or bring him in and you have to force him to be a starter, and like you have to acquiesce to the fact that, this is our guy. No, you have to be flexible, because here's the thing with Cam Newton. There's a chance he's not the same player, and that's what I've been consistent about. Okay, so that's all I've said, and it's proven to be true. Now, whether or not Cam Newton comes out and balls out, I'd love that, obviously. I want Cam Newton to ball out. But up until this point, it's proven to be true that nobody wants Cam Newton. Now, as far as destinations, let's talk about what makes sense for Cam Newton. Will he find a starting gig? Because here's the thing. He'll absolutely find a backup gig in this league, for sure. But Cam Newton wants a starting gig. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I would not be shocked if Cam Newton, if he doesn't find a starting gig, that he retires. Honestly, folks, because here's the thing. Cam Newton, do you think he sees himself as a backup in this league? I don't. I truly don't. And so, that's a possibility. I know not a lot of people have talked about it, but just putting that out there. As far as the teams that need a quarterback right now, let's look at it. Let's look at the teams here. I can only think of 4. We got the Patriots, we got the Chargers, the Redskins, and the Dolphins. Okay? Let's just go down the list. The Patriots, obviously, they need a quarterback. They have Jared Stidham, and they just got Brian Hoyer. Obviously, doesn't seem like that's enough. Now, does Bill Belichick see Cam Newton as a guy that can come in and mold to the Patriot way? We've seen a bunch of players that came in that really didn't fit the Patriots culture, if you will. Antonio Brown, Chad Ochocinco, just to name a few. So does Cam Newton fit? I really don't see it. So I'm skeptical. Then we take a look at the Chargers. This one I do see as a fit. Obviously, they have Tyrod Taylor, and they've said they want to move forward with Tyrod Taylor as a starter. I don't know if I believe them. I do think they'll draft a quarterback, but this might be the best situation. Then you got the Redskins with Dwayne Haskins. Do you really want to bench him after 1 year? I don't know, but you got Ron Rivera there, obviously the former head coach for the Carolina Panthers. It does make some sense. And the Dolphins. They've got Ryan Fitzpatrick and Josh Rosen, but they are rebuilding. They could draft Tua in the NFL draft. So I don't really see that because it's a rebuilding situation. And so the two teams that really make sense are the Chargers and the Redskins. And so between the Chargers and the Redskins, I'll be honest with you, I don't think they will bench Dwayne Haskins. And so to me, that takes out the Redskins. And so you're left with the Chargers. And the Chargers, basically, they either have the option of going forward with Tyrod Taylor, or they have the option of going with Cam Newton or Jameis Winston, who's still out there. So it's tough, obviously, what the Chargers are going to do. But if the Chargers pass on Cam Newton, I don't know how he's going to get a starting gig, at least this season. I'm having trouble finding a team that would give him a starting gig at this point because there's just not a lot of spots left. But that's just how I feel about it, folks. At this point, I do want Cam to come in and ball out. Obviously, I'd love to see that. But at this point, it's been shown that teams don't think he's worth the risk. But look, I still think under the right situation, he can prosper. Under the right deal, he can be a low risk, high reward type. But it has to be the right situation. It has to be. So that's just what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below if you agree with me or disagree with me. Where do you see Cam Newton going? And do you think he's going to get a starting gig? Personally, if it's not the Chargers, I don't think he gets one. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. As always, thanks for watching.